how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
You just celebrated a sweet 16.
Yes,
How was that? How was the party?
that was fun. The party was really fun. I enjoyed myself.
It looked really fun on Instagram,
Yeah,
so happy birthday.
thank you.
Now you have more to celebrate. So you have the Curse of Bridge Hollows coming up, and you also have the premiere. Do you have your outfit picked out yet?
I do for the premiere. It's gonna look really, really cute. So I'm super excited for it.
How long does it usually take you to pick out a premiere outfit or just like a special occasion outfit?
I mean, I guess it depends. It takes me a minute, but I think I already kind of go knowing what I'm going for, come in knowing what I'm going for. So
That's nice. Do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween yet?
no, I don't.
Are you a
I don't
big
know yet.
Halloween person, like dressing up like
I
dedicated?
am, but lately I haven't been dressing up. This year I kind of want to dress up, but I guess it just depends on my mood when it comes like closer to the
Yeah.
date.
How do you feel if you found out that people dressed up as some of your characters you've played before?
I mean, I'm kind of honored. It's kind of cool. So it's kind of cool to see how they are dressing up as me.
No, yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
And for this movie, did you ever think that you'd be in a Halloween themed movie, like a main character role?
Um, I knew that I always wanted to lead a film, but I didn't know it would be Halloween. But once they did say they showed interest into having me in their film, I was really honored, and I took up on the offer because I really did love how I love the concept, and I thought it would just be a fun movie for me to be a part of.
Yeah. And you have obviously you have other Netflix Stranger Things, you have Netflix on your
Mhm.
belt. So when you got this call, what do you remember through the auditioning process? Like, did you do it over Zoom? Like, what was it like?
Well, I remember like my manager calling me right after I had wrapped Stranger Things 4 in the summer, just basically telling me that they had shown interest and that they wanted to do a producer session. So that's what I
Yeah.
did. I did a producer session over Zoom. And then I did like a chemistry read with the rest of my co-stars and the castmates, which was also very, very fun. And then after that, I think we started filming around this time last year.
Yeah.
So
And you okay, so in the comments of the trailer, a lot of people are saying like it's so good to see her doing like other roles outside of Stranger Things and just seeing her in different stuff. So how do you feel taking a step outside of Stranger Things and other projects that you've done with this movie?
I feel great, especially like playing a teenager because Erica's not a teenager in Stranger Things,
Yeah.
and also playing it in a different era because playing the 80s is fun, but you also want to see what you'll look like playing it and playing the character in this day and time. So
Yeah.
that was really fun getting to experience that and also playing around with different roles and working with some different people, although the cast of Stranger Things is like family.
Yeah, for sure. And it
Yeah.
is comedy horror. So was there any times on set that you guys just completely lost it, like all your co-stars and all of you, that you just couldn't keep it together because you were laughing too much?
Yeah, there were times, but I think we all do a pretty great job like snapping it
Yeah.
back and getting back in that character. But there were times like if the camera wasn't on me, I'll definitely try to laugh behind the camera.
Yeah. And if you could okay, so you obviously like posting like you have a big social media following on Instagram, on TikTok and everything like that. So you have a huge audience. And what would you say is a big acting goal of yours? Like, do you want to produce a movie, direct a movie? Do you have a certain role you'd want to play?
I guess it's a mix of those. I think in the future, I definitely have a certain role I want to play. Definitely more action, some stuff with more, there's more theatrical and drama to it. But also, I want to get into producing and directing, and I'm kind of working on that like right now, which is super fun. So
Yeah. And you're young, so you have a
yeah.
lot under your belt at your age. And I'm sure people are always like, oh my gosh, you're doing so much at your age and stuff like that. And stepping back from acting and working most of the time, what is one thing that you're usually doing with your friends? Are you binge watching your own shows? What do you like doing when you're not working?
I definitely, because it is fall and it's like a bunch of festivals out, I try to fit in time to go to the fair or go to like
Yeah.
theme parks. And since it is coming up on the holidays in October, I definitely want to visit a few haunted houses and do that kind of stuff. So I try to fit in time to do that kind of stuff and also find time for myself as well.
Yeah. It's a good plan. And then, okay, if you could bring any of your Stranger Things cast over to the Curse of Bridge Hollows and have a crossover, who would you bring over?
Ah, that's a hard one because they're all so talented, but I would probably bring over Dustin. I think he would be a funny addition, especially with him and Marlon to Bridge Hollow. I think that'll be really funny to watch.
And speaking of Marlon, you have obviously an iconic dad in the film. Did
Mhm.
you watch White Chicks, Little Man? Like, did you watch those growing up?
Yes, growing up, I did watch Little Man. That was my movie growing up, and I watched Scary Movie, which was also really funny. I did watch White Chicks. On set, he told me to watch White Chicks, and I did, and I actually loved it. It was super fun.
Funny. It's a good movie. I love
Yeah.
how he told you to watch it too.
Yeah.
That's also iconic because you have like, obviously you watched his movies and now you're in a movie with him and there's stories like that with actors and actresses all
Yeah.
the time. But like, I feel like when you're living it, it's just like an unreal
Yeah.
kind of experience. We have a quick before we wrap, trick or treat. So basically there's 2 candies, not hard at all. And you pick what candy you'd prefer. Okay.
Okay.
Halloween themes. Okay. Skittles or dots?
Skittles.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Snickers or Twix?
Ooh. Snickers, because Snickers to me are like Twix could get old after eating it for a while, but once you can eat as many like Snickers as you want to, but Twix,
Right.
it kind of you get tired of them.
Yeah. Reese's or Hershey Kiss?
Reese's.
Yeah, I'm team Reese's for with
Yeah.
that one too. So good. Sour Patch Kids or Runts? You know the little.
No, I've never heard of Run. What are they called?
I don't really like them. I think like they're just like hard candy and basically
Okay.
it's like chewy and like sour, obviously. And
So-
then Runts is like sweet and hard.
Probably Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team Sour Patch Kids. Plus iconic, like they're Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy or caramels?
Laffy Taffy.
The chewiness.
Yeah.
Airheads or Butterfingers, which don't.
Airheads.
You're a big Airhead fan? Yeah. Would you do, okay, so this is like technically candy, but or Tootsie Pops or Blow Pops? Yes, they are.
Blow Pops.
Yeah, iconic.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much and congratulations
you.
on the film and everything you've been up to.
Thank you.